Hi everybody, my name is Anastasia. Welcome to the video. Today I thought I would do a little theme-specific video about how to stay in shape during the self-isolation when a lot of gyms are closed, when we have limited amount to certain food groups, and what to do to stay in the same shape or maybe even make some improvements. So let's start. About myself, I'm a bikini competitor based in London. I'm currently prepping for my 10th show this summer, fingers crossed. A lot of people right now are going crazy in grocery stores, so I thought I would give you some tips about how I'm organizing my diet and nutrition in order to keep on losing the fat while maintaining the muscle. The two things you need to focus on right now if fat loss is your goal is keeping your protein very high, and second of all, making sure you have plenty of vegetables and fruits in your diet, because right now we need vitamins and minerals the most. For protein, the most straightforward option is to stock up on protein powders. Whether you're vegan, so you can go for pea powders or hemp powders, or if you're okay with whey protein, do stock up on that. There is really no shortage at the moment with protein powders. You can go on Amazon, you can go on bodybuilding.com, you can go on any other supplement online stores, and they all do deliver. And having protein powder right now in your diet is quite versatile because you can make pancakes, you can stir some protein powder in your oats, you can make smoothies. Just to make sure you have enough protein. For me personally, what I do, I take my body weight and I multiply by 2, and that's the amount of protein you need in kilograms. So for example, if you are 70 kg, you need 140 grams of protein at least. This is the kind of guideline that I'm going for. You can calculate your calories and other macros, and you can do your own research. There are many videos online on how to do it. So making sure you have protein in every single meal that you eat is crucial. I love putting protein powder in my Greek yogurt as well, because Greek yogurt, especially the one I go for, is usually not sweet. So when I put a protein powder there, it just creates another flavor and it makes it almost like a dessert. Other sources of protein, dairy. As I mentioned, Greek yogurt is a fantastic source, especially if you go for Greek yogurts that have about 10 grams of protein per 100 grams. And yogurts usually have a quite long shelf life for about a month. So if you're in supermarkets or if you're ordering online, do look out for dairy. Things like cheese or yogurts with sugars are great as well to give you enough protein, to give you enough fats, but of course they are high in calories. So if I am dieting, I'm right now focusing on mostly low or non-fat Greek yogurts with high amount of protein. Other protein sources that have crazy long shelf life, canned tuna, canned sardines, any sort of canned fish, any sort of canned meat, also dry beef jerky. I actually really want to make my own, and I know somebody who makes their beef jerky from home, so I might invest into the airing machine and try to make that. Eggs are amazing and versatile, so if you are delivering online, you can go for fresh eggs, or you can also go for pasteurized eggs that usually come in bottles. And that's amazing because omelets, I don't know who doesn't love omelets. You can add vegetables and you can never get bored. Just simply with having eggs and having protein powder, you are already organized for at least 2 meals of your day. And right now I'm eating about 3 to 4 meals a day, so it's quite easy to organize it like that. And now let's talk about how to keep our fresh meat and fresh fish in our diet as well. It's tricky. So what I've done right now, I bought a bunch of fresh meat and fresh fish, and then I froze it raw, and then I cooked some up and I popped it in the freezer as well. So right now in my freezer I have 2 options of fish and meat. Things are ready to reheat are, for example, a beef mince that I cooked, which is amazing to use in your pastas, to mix with beans, to mix with rice, very straightforward. And the same goes for chicken and fish, but what I've done, I put chicken and fish into little plastic bags so I can defrost exactly the portion size that I need. So when it comes to chicken or fish, I put in the bags of about 200 to 250 grams in each bag, and it just makes it very easy to organize your portion control. And now the second part, which is important to keep our vitamins and minerals in: fresh vegetables and fresh fruit. Again, the same logic applies here. I freeze a lot of things. I freeze my bananas and my berries, and when I freeze bananas, I make sure I peel them first. It's lovely to put into a blender and it makes it really thick consistency, almost like a creamy ice cream. So do freeze your bananas without peels, and freeze your berries as well. I stocked up on cooked beetroot because it has quite a long shelf life and it's delicious and it's amazing for you, for your digestion, to give you a source of fiber, Things like potatoes last quite a while as well, and carrots and parsnips. Any vegetable that is hard in its consistency, and usually root vegetables, last quite a while. I did stock up on onions and garlic because they have very high vitamin C, which is essential right now. Green vegetables are quite tricky to store because they usually go off. So what I've done, I bought a bunch of frozen broccoli, frozen spinach, frozen cauliflower, and that was my main focus. My plan is to go to supermarkets as little as possible because now people are buying everything that is there, and we don't have enough for elderly or people who really need it or people who cannot afford to buy things in bulk. So I do advise you, if you're in a financial position where you can, you know, shop online or you can buy things from independent stores and not main grocery stores, do that, because we have to care for each other. And now let's talk about carbs and fats. I feel like carbs and fats are very, very easy to get. All you have to think about oils, nuts, and butters, which are all long lasting. So I feel like when it comes to fat sources, we're not going to be malnourished in that way, apart from maybe avocados. But I do know that some supermarkets sell frozen avocados and you can freeze them. So you can't really go wrong with nuts and nut butters and oils. When it comes to carbs, the situation is the same. Dry carbs like oats, cereals, and rice, and grains, quinoa, couscous, all have very long shelf life. So you'll be completely okay. It just depends on what sort of carbs you like. Bread is also never the enemy. I love this sort of rye bread because it doesn't have any yeast. It lasts quite a while. This one, for example, expires in September, and it has thin slices, so it's perfect to eat with eggs or with peanut butter. Check out some tortillas, which are amazing for any burrito style. You can put any protein inside: chicken, fish, beef, even veggie stuff like beans. And they're quite long lasting. They usually last for a couple of months. Things like pasta last for ages, and all you need is maybe extra sauces to make things a bit more interesting. If you're dieting, I would definitely watch out for sauces because they have, again, extra calories. So what I do personally, I avoid all sauces. I do use a lot of spices, dry spices, and I love my tomato purees. I use occasionally sweet chili sauce. And then we have a lot of variety of canned carb heavy goods like beans, like sweet corn, like sweet peas, anything that's canned and sugary, maybe even fruits like pineapple or plums. Things like dry fruits are also great, but they are quite high in calories, so I'll probably use them very sparingly in my porridge, in my oats. And this is, for example, I have raisins. You can also buy dry mango, dry bananas, dry apples. Anything dehydrated will last a long time because water is usually the one thing that causes things to go off. To summarize, I feel like there's absolutely no need to panic when it comes to your nutrition because you can be very smart about it. All you need to do is to make sure your calories are controlled, you have enough protein in your diet on a regular basis during every single meal, and then have enough fruit and vegetables. And when it comes to extra grains and extra carbs and extra fats, it's never really a problem. So if you are stocking up, I would definitely recommend to stock up on protein first and then fruits and vegetables. When it comes to low calorie foods, you can also stock up on Diet Coke, sugar-free gum, and maybe some sort of sugar-free syrups. I'm personally not a big fan of those because I feel like my body works much better with more whole foods and organic foods and natural ingredients. But if those things do help you through the day, and if you're maybe finding yourself at home and being hungry or bored and you just want to have something that's extra, I think sugar-free options are fantastic, and also they have a super long shelf life. Do get plenty of green tea, herbal teas, coffee. They last for ages and they suppress your appetite, and it's also something nice and warm and comforting to have without any really calories. You can also get packaged nut milks like almond milk, cashew milk, or even oat milk. I found some recipes online, so I really want to try making my own oat milk. I think you just need to mix a glass of oats with water and blend it and then sieve it through. Fresh milk will probably be a bit of a problem, but you can get some creamers because they last quite a while. Whipped cream as well, low-fat whipped cream. Vitamins are absolutely key, and if you are struggling to get enough fruits and vegetables into your diet, I would definitely recommend supplementing with a multivitamin. But for me personally, I take vitamin C and vitamin D all year round, every single day. I also use fish oil. I vary them. Sometimes I take liquid ones, sometimes I take things like this. It has all of them. And of course, calcium, magnesium, and zinc, which are important for keeping your muscle and having great recovery. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please let me know if you have any questions at all, and feel free to follow along. I post regularly on my Instagram stories, things I cook, and then of course this channel with random vlogs in London. London is a beautiful city, and right now I can't really explore it, but yeah, let's keep positive and I will see you soon. Bye! Thank you for watching.